Found out the day of the draw actually on Friday the 26th of June, and we got a call in the afternoon that there was a draw, I believe at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we got a call and in the afternoon, and I wasn't home at the time, but Peggy answered the phone and she said, he's not here right now. She says, well, I have to talk to Harley. So he'll be back about 3 o'clock or so, 3:30. So anyway, they called back and I answered the phone and they told me the news that I had won the early bird in the heart and stroke lottery. And I'm looking at the phone number, all it said was 416, and I'm going, yeah, I said, no, it can't be me. You know, who's messing with me here? So anyway, it took a while to talk to her for probably 20 minutes on the phone. Peggy didn't even know that I had bought the tickets. So anyway, needless to say, I said, well, I haven't told my wife anything here. We're going up, so I brought it upstairs and talking to her, and she says, yeah, right. She says, who is that anyway? Because we had a few calls before, just gags type of thing. But this is a serious gag. So they asked her, or I told her about it, and finally she, broke down type of thing, and she was crying and that. So we, make a long story short, we said, okay, thank you very much, and we hung up the phone. Then I talked to Peggy and I says, if this is a hoax, this is not nice. So I said, call that number back. So Peggy calls the phone number back and it says, welcome to the Heart and Stroke. I said, well, there's a possibility there, because the girl that was on the phone said, okay, I'm going to, you'll get a call from the main office probably on Friday afternoon later or Monday. Friday afternoon rolled around, still no call after I had got that call from them, so now I'm starting to think that maybe this really isn't happening. So we waited Friday night, nothing. All weekend, nothing. And I'm going, it is a hoax. It's got to be. Monday, it was almost noon and I still hadn't heard anything. So I said, oh, you know what, maybe it isn't going to happen. So I said, I can't stand this anymore. So I phoned down to the Heart and Stroke Foundation myself in Toronto, and I went through all the channels, finally got a lady on the phone, and she says, well, I can't give you any details on that. I says, you can't? I said, why? Well, she says, I'm not allowed to do that. I said, well, can you tell me if I even won then? Well, she said, what was your ticket number? So I went and got my ticket, read them off to her, and she says, you're Harley? I said, yeah. She says, the first ticket you read is the winner. Then it started to sink in that we actually won something. And then that later on that afternoon, I got a call from this office here, and they had verified it. So we said, oh, so what happens now? Well, as soon as they process it, it's going to take a while to process, they'll give you a call. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So it was hard to even sink in until the time came around today when we finally got all the arrangements made. So.